Hello friends, welcome back to Cosmopolitan Cornbread. So I have been busy out here working once again. I got most of the chicken coop completed. I have the frame done, which is really the biggest part. So I'm just going to show you what I've got so far and kind of walk you through how I put it together. Alright, so I'm building it right here on the side of one of our sheds. I had mentioned how we weren't going to be sinking posts into the ground, and I was using railroad ties to basically anchor this to the ground. Nice, heavy. So I got 3 of them to create, the sides and the end. Connected them with one of these things right here. I don't know what they're called, but they're basically a sheet of nails. And they just kind of tied the pieces together. So I put those in there. Then I used one of these brackets here to anchor the post to the railroad tie. Then I used an L bracket down here to attach it to that one, so everything is nice and tight. So there's a post back there, post up here, and then for each corner. And then this right here is where the door to the coop will be. So we've got a post on that side as well. This right here will be the top of the door jamb, and then these spaces right here that I created will be for airflow. So this will be hardware cloth windows. They will be open all the time. And then over here on the side, you can see sort of this wedge shape that is just up under the roof. That will also be hardware cloth for airflow. The roof itself will extend out about 1 foot or so, just so that we have a little bit of an eave kind of hanging over to keep rain from going in there, as well as the extension of the roof right here, an eave hanging out the front. So there'll be lots of airflow here. And then additionally, the door that is going to go on the coop is going to look like this. I'm basically going to replicate this door to fit the opening that I have on the new coop. So it'll be a hardware cloth opening at the top, closed at the bottom. Again, lots of airflow. And then this opening right here will be a window as well, another hardware cloth screen. But this great big window will have a shutter made. That way in the wintertime we can close it up. We'll still have the airflow around the top, but we'll be able to enclose this to kind of keep down the drafts. So right in here next to the main door is where the chicken door will go. I've still got to frame out the top of it. And this will be covered in siding. Both of the sides will have siding. And then the roofing has to go across the top. Just about the entire coop is made out of treated lumber. I've got 2x4s, 4x4 posts. These up here, the rafters for the roof, are 2x6s, so I go a little bit heavier for those. 2x4s are a little bit wider, they make a bigger surface, and chickens like to poop in their sleep when they're on their roost at night. And so when it's a 2x3, most of the droppings will fall to the ground as opposed to getting stacked up on the roosts, and it just stays a little bit cleaner. It's big enough that they can comfortably sit. Chickens like to sit with their feet flat. They don't wrap their feet around a perch like a regular, songbird or something like that does. They're chickens, and they like a flat surface to sit on. It makes them more stable. And so a 2x3 works perfectly. So the roof rafters were attached with these little brackets right there from the hardware store, and then I filled in the gaps in between each rafter with just a piece of scrap wood that I had cut to fit that space. Now I did have to stagger the boards because of course you can't screw in the same spot where there's already a board. Hello Pearl, you checking out the coop? If all goes well, you'll be in here tomorrow. Yes, you will. Alright, so there we go. That is the coop so far. So this is the siding that I'm going to put on the coop tomorrow. And then this is the roofing. This is the same sort of corrugated roofing I use for all sorts of projects. I used it for the chicken coops in Alabama. I used it for my chicken tractor and rabbit tractors. Hi, Nubsy. In the past, I've always used red, but I decided to go with brown for this project. So like I said, the frame of the coop is finished, the roosts are all finished, and then tomorrow we will do the siding, the roofing, I'll build the doors, and put in some nesting boxes and bedding, and it'll be ready to go. So like I was telling Miss Pearl over there, as long as everything goes as planned tomorrow, they will be moving in tomorrow evening. And they'll have their nice, big, solid coop. Hi, Nebsy.